What's good, YouTube? Yo, I'm gonna share this story with y'all how I went from being in crazy debt to having 4 cars on Toro to making over 1,000 a month and having like about close to 20K saved up in like less than 2 years, you feel me? So just about 2 years ago, man, I was like taking out hella loans, like with high interest and gambling. I was basically going to the casino every day, bro, like for 10 hours. I was an addict. I can't even lie. I was an addict to gambling, and also I was an addict to the stock market too. So I was just gambling my money all types of ways. The casino and in the stock market, just gambling all my money away, you feel me? So it ended up to a point where like I couldn't even afford to pay my debt, and so I was really thinking about calling like the debt agencies and stuff like that, and I felt like they were just trying to finesse me. So I had told myself, man, I'm just gonna have to man up and work hella extra hours and work hella overtime. So basically what I did was like, first thing I did was start looking for jobs, you know what I mean, on Indeed. And if you guys need a job right away, bro, I would recommend warehouses, you know what I mean, just because the turnover rate is very high, and they're most likely hiring like lots of people, like groups of people, you know what I mean, just because they need more employees than any other like jobs and stuff like that. So I was applying for warehouse jobs, got me one that pays like 20 bucks an hour, and at the start, man, I was working at least 6 days a week, you know what I mean? And I was doing 4 10s, which is perfect because I get 3 days off. And I was doing 4 10s. So if I worked 2 extra days, I was making an easy 1,000, you know what I mean? An easy 1,000. And I'm not even gonna lie, man, it felt like I was a slave, man, because I was working like at least 2 to 3 months without even really seeing a check for myself. Like, all that check was going towards my debt. So I was just working every like 6 days a week, 5 days a week, sometimes 4 days a week if I'm really tired, trying to pick up as much overtime as I can, you know what I mean? And so I just kept going with that. So I paid off my first high interest loan. So I was just trying to attack my high interest loans first, like before anything else. And you know, rent was due and all that stuff, but that's why I was doing overtime. As I was doing overtime, bro, so once I got tired of doing overtime, I switched over to doing like delivery apps. So I switched over to doing delivery apps, and so really it felt like I had no days off. I was working 7 days a week, basically. I was working 7 days a week, stacking up, and basically I got to 10K easy, bro. Like I got 10K like within like 3 months. I got to 10K after I paid my like loans off. Like it probably like 2-3K left. I mean, it wasn't that much, but the interest was high. Like, so if I paid it off quick, all that shit would be over with. So I saved up about 10K, man, that quick. Like the next following 3 months, I saved up 10K, and then after I saved up that 10K, I went back to in the stock market. I did stop gambling, but I was still trading stocks and stuff like that, like crazy. So I would literally just lose it again and just. But this time I actually had a job, you know what I mean? And I wasn't like, I didn't have like no debt. I didn't have no more loans because I paid my loans off. So whatever money I lose is whatever money I lose. So I lost that 10K in the stock market. Then I just continued working, bro. I would just pick up overtime when I can, just continue working, do deliveries on the side. And you know, like, yeah, about like 2 years later, well, about a year ago, I had 10K. So once I lost that 10K, I saved up another 10K. You know what I mean? Because it was that quick to save up 10K when I like paid off all my debt and I didn't have no interest, like no high interest loans or nothing like that. I just had like literally, I was staying in the studio, bro. So I wasn't even staying in a 1 bedroom, splitting the rent in the studio with my girlfriend for like $500. You know what I'm saying? And I'm making almost close to 3K, and plus deliveries, I'm making like 4K a month, like sometimes over 4K. So I was literally getting to 10K within like 3 months. So after I saved up another 10K, this time I was like, oh yeah, I'm not gambling, I'm not trading stocks. I started Toro, so I bought like 2 cars on Toro, and as I was buying cars on Toro, I was fixing them up, but the money that I was making on Toro was basically the money to fix up my cars. So basically use all that money to fix up my cars, and then after I used all that money to fix up my cars, Toro was basically doing his own thing. Like, I was just using that profit from Toro to fix up my cars, and as time was going on, I was just stacking, you feel me? Stacking my money from my warehouse job and stacking my money from doing deliveries. And then, yeah, I easily saved up like 20K. And then so now, I got 4 cars on Toro. I ended up buying this Chrysler drop top. If you guys watch my YouTube videos, I talk about that car a lot because it's my high performing car. And I spent about 4K on that car, and well, 3,800 to be exact. 3,800 on the Chrysler 200 drop top with like 99K miles. And then I had to get everything fixed up, like 3K, like transmission, everything fixed up for like 3K. So I spent almost close to 7K. I'm gonna just round up close to 7K on that one car. So most of my earnings is in that one car. I mean, yeah, most of my money is in that one car, which is like 7K, and then all the other cars like here and there. But in total, like all my vehicles and plus money I got saved up, you know what I'm saying? About 20K total. So my next plan is just basically go to the auctions, get a car, either fix them up and flip them, or put them on Toro and rent them out. And yeah, so if you guys want to save money quick, man, you guys gotta stop eating out. You guys gotta reduce your try to reduce your rent payment by getting a roommate. And yeah, bro, just start saving, like, cause I'm telling you, bro, the more you gonna make, the more you gonna be able to save. And also, don't just spend your money on like stupid shit like going out, buying drinks. I didn't go out for a while, I was just stacking up, you know what I mean? Like, if you ain't got like high interest loans or like nothing really to pay for, bro, your money can stack up quick. You know what I'm saying? Reduce your payments, like your, what's it called, living payment, and like reduce going out and eating out and buying alcohol or drugs or stuff like that. You're gonna see your money stack up fast, bro, and you're gonna have more energy to actually put in work. Anyways, man, catch y'all next time. Peace.